So we are going to take this toward a one-legged crow today, which means there's going to be a bit more of a core-intensive flow, definitely getting to the shoulders and the upper back, but very much getting into the glutes. And that's if you take the one-legged crow to the full form, really, or if you take it more toward the extreme. We've got one leg extended up and back. You're going to have to use your glutes to do that. I don't expect you to get there necessarily, but it's a good excuse for me to start to focus more on that area. So you're going to be working the whole back line of your body quite a bit, as well into the shoulders and the arms. So coming into this, what we're going to do coming into that one-legged crow is this is going to be at the end of the flow. We're going to take this into your regular crow first. So you're going to start this from a forward fold, bring both hands down, see the hands are shoulder width, dig your fingertips down, and then lift your heels, bring the knees to touch your arms, and bring the knees on the lower half of the upper arms toward the elbows. Now when you come into this, keep your hips high and pay attention that the hips stay high. You don't want to flatten this out too much moving into that one-legged crow. So as your shoulders move forward, just bend the elbows and see about keeping your hips lifted. Look forward at least a little bit. Let your feet lift together, toes to touch, pull the heels toward your seat. And I'll tell you which way to shift your weight. Now I'm going to put my weight to the right side, and then I'm going to lift my left knee. Now maybe you just lift the knee and set it back down, and that's going to feel like a lot. If you're used to this, if you can keep the knee lifted, squeeze both legs to one side. Keep your hips high and keep your head low. Keep your elbows under control. If you can take it further, go slow and extend that lifted leg up and back. And you want to go both up and back to hold the shape, because it's a lot easier to hold on to that way. If you just go straight back, it's a lot more muscular. You're much more likely to come down. It's a very hard shape to get into. It takes a lot of core tension to come into, keep in mind. So when you release one knee, you may find it's a little bit too much. Maybe just lift the knee, set it back down in the arm. Just take it to the point that works for you here. It takes a while to work into this pose. So feel it out as best you can, and we'll move to the vinyasa from there. Now at the beginning of the sequence, I have one other demonstration. So what you're going to do here is we're going to take this from a three-legged dog. And we'll go back and forth. You're going to bring your knee forward a few times, but eventually you're going to pull your leg in, bring your shoulders over your wrists, and that lifted leg, you're going to bring the foot down to the floor about halfway down the mat, and then pull the other knee in close. Fold that lifted leg completely. So I've got my knee pulled into my chest, my heel pulled in toward my butt, and then from here, stack the shoulders over your wrists and keep your arms vertical. So we're going to hop back and forth from this tucked position with one leg pulled in. So you're not going to bring it up too high. Dig your fingertips down, keep the arms straight, just look down, and then keep the base foot, just the toes on the floor with the heel lifted. That's going to make you more springy, keep in mind. So you're going to press into the base foot and land on the opposite, and just keep taking this back and forth. Now you can keep it low. This doesn't have to be too huge a hop, but keep your thighs pulled in close, keep your hips up high, and if you want to take it further, try to slow it down and see about your wrists, bringing your hips close to being over your shoulders and switching this out. The slower you're able to move through the transition, the harder it is, the more strength you build. It takes time to get to that point, but just work it as best you can. We're going to end up on the opposite foot on the floor from where we started, keep in mind, and then we'll move through the rest of the sequence from there. So, to get this started, let's go ahead and bring this down onto our backs. So go ahead and come all the way down. And then once you're down, pull your knees into your chest, take hold of your knees and squeeze in. Try to pull the thighs into as full a contact with the side of the rib cage as you can. And really squeeze down. Now really work to tighten everything up, flatten your body out against the floor. And keep that pressure. And then hold this basic position, but just relax the tension. So you're no longer pulling down, but keep your hands active so they stay where they are. But let your arms hang otherwise. Let your shoulders sink down toward the floor, let the arms relax. And just let the weight of the arms help to keep the legs pulled in close. Now try to just relax your spine down flat as you're in this position. And then just close your eyes. And then just give yourself a moment to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And when you're ready, start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much air as you can, fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. Slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. When you exhale, just open your eyes. And then just go ahead, release your grip and bring your feet down to the floor, about hips width distance. And take things slow. With an inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your arms down to your sides. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms to your sides again. Inhale, reach this out long. Now with the exhale, bring the arms down to your sides and just keep them there. Keep your palms pressing down and keep your shoulders grounded. And as you look up toward the ceiling, pull the knees back into your chest. There's no grip here. Your hands stay pressing into the floor. And then extend both legs up to the ceiling as straight as you can. Now, if you need to bend the knees, that's fine. Just minimize the bend. Start with the ankles stacked over your hips. Now work to point through your toes as much as you can. And then the straighter you go, the better. Try to tense up your thighs and lock your knees. Keep your legs straight. Keep the low back on the floor. Lower your heels toward the floor. Till the legs are at about a 45-degree angle, no more than this. Belly pulled in, low back down. You should feel the tension of holding this position. It can always come up higher. But with an inhale, draw the knees into your chest. And then with the exhale, extend your legs up and forward. Inhale, pull the knees in. And then exhale, extend. Keep your low back down. Inhale, bring the knees close. Exhale, extend this up and forward. Inhale, pull the knees in. And with the exhale, extend, low back down. Inhale, pull the knees in again. Exhale, extend the legs. Inhale, draw your knees in tight. And with the exhale, extend forward and up again. Inhale, pull the knees in. And then with the exhale, extend forward one more time. Hold here. Keep the low back on the floor. And then go ahead, just bring the legs back up toward the vertical and try to keep the legs as straight as you can. Now go ahead, lift your head, lift your shoulders, look forward. Bring the hands behind your head, palms open, fingers wide, elbows wide, enough pressure from your hands. They can keep your head lifted without straining your neck. Keep looking forward. And then keep your belly pulled and your low back down. Now slowly lower the right heel as far to the floor as you can go without your low back lifting. And then bring that leg back to vertical. Bring your left heel down without lifting your low back. And then come back up. And just keep switching out back and forth one leg at a time. Belly pulled in, low back on the floor the whole time. If your low back's lifting, then you're lowering your feet too far. You don't have to go all the way, keep in mind. Keep the gaze forward, keep that tension in your midsection, keep breathing as you move. And just try to keep the movement smooth and steady. And then just go ahead and give it another round or so. And finish with your left heel lowered before you bring both legs back up to vertical. Belly pulled in, low back still down. Now as you're looking forward, lower the right heel one more time. Find a position where you can just hold it low without your low back lifting. And then keep looking forward. Pulse into that right heel up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg high. And then bring your left heel down low, far as you can go without your low back lifting. Just hold. And then pulse. Bring the heel up and down again. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg high. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring your feet down to the floor. Relax your head down. And then just reach your arms out long past your head, but let the elbows bend and keep your shoulders down. Now see your feet about hips width distance apart. Let's get rid of some of that tension in the midsection with some twisting. So fold your knees over to the right as far as you can go. And then bring it through center and bring your knees to the left side. Back through center, knees over to the right. Now this time, press your knees down. Work to lift your right hip. Keep both shoulders grounded best you can. And then release that. Bring the knees through center to the left. Press down. Work to lift your left hip up off the floor. Back and forth like that. Bring it back through center. Knees to the right. Work to lift the right hip up. And then release. Bring your knees through center to the left again. Press down. Lift that left hip best you can. And then one more round. Bring it back through center. Knees over to the right. Press into the floor. Work to lift that right hip. Try to keep that left shoulder grounded. And then release. Bring it through center to the left one more time. Press down. Work to lift your left hip. Try to keep that right shoulder down on the floor. And then go ahead, release and bring this back to center. Now feet about hips width distance. Go ahead, walk your feet in close. We're going to take it to a variation of bridge. So bring the heels close enough to your seat that you can start this with the low back basically flat. Feet about hips width distance apart. And then reach your arms out straight past your head. Now keep your palms open. Backs of the hands pressing down, shoulders grounded. Keep your gaze up high. Let's go up and down like this. So with an inhale, press in your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Exhale, roll your spine down. Inhale, press your hips up high. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, press your hips high. And then with the exhale, lower again. Now inhale, lift up one more time, hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, stay lifted like this, and if you can take it further without releasing the tension from your glutes, press into your heels and lift your toes up off the floor. And then set the toes down, bring your heels up high, glutes still engaged. Heels down, lift your toes up again. And then set the toes and lift your heels. One more time with the heels down, bring the toes up. And then one more time with the toes down, heels high, glutes still squeezing. Take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just roll everything back down and bring the arms down to your sides. Now once you're down, we'll take one more variation, this time on one foot. So keep the arms at your sides, palms pressing down. Step your left foot to the center of the mat. And bring the right knee into your chest and keep it pulled in. Just keep your gaze high and let's take it up and down like this. So with an inhale, press that left foot, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, hold. And then roll this back down. Inhale, press this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, bring your hips up high. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift this up. And exhale, lower. Now inhale, lift one more time, hold here. Now stay lifted, squeeze your glutes, press down into the floor. And just keep holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll back down. Once you're down, both feet to the floor, you can shake your legs out. But then switch it out when you're ready. Bring the right foot to center. And pull the left knee to your chest. Keep that knee pulled in. Now dig to the right heel and let's press this up. Inhale, lift your hips up high. And then with the exhale, roll back down. Inhale, bring it up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift this up again. And then exhale, lower. Now inhale, press up one more time. Hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing. Keep lifting. Keep that left knee pulled in. Just hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. And then once you're down, bring both knees to your chest. Hands to your knees. Squeeze in tight. And as you're squeezing, lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. And then go to use this shape, cross at the ankles. Roll forward to a seat and then come further to your hands in all fours. And then once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here, move around, stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side and just feel things out. Then we'll take this into the wrist. Now from here, keep your hips stacked over your knees, but bring the hands in close, within 1 or 2 hands lengths of your knees. Make your hands into fists. Bring the forefingers and your palms, thumbs outside. Press the fists down into the floor with the hands still shoulder width. Now I want to take this through a little bit of an unusual position here. I want you to keep your fingers curled in as much as you can. The thumbs cross over your fingers if you fold them in. And let's just go back and forth. Now bring your right shoulder forward and come to the thumb side of your fist on the right hand. And then set the knuckles back down. And then bring your left shoulder forward, come to the thumb side of your left hand as much as you can. And then come down and keep on twisting your shoulders back and forth like that. Keep your fists clenched and just roll the side of the fist forward, the thumb side, and then set the knuckles back down at your own pace. Now, you might feel a deep stretch this way, maybe not too much, going to depend on where you're tight and where you're loose, keep in mind, but keep your fingers curled in and just take it back and forth at a reasonable pace. Not too fast, not too slow. You can take things further if you like. And maybe press that hand a little bit more forward. And then just go ahead and do it one more round. So go ahead, bring that left thumb forward, left shoulder forward before you set the knuckles of both hands down. And then go side to side. So bend the right wrist, come all the way to the back of the hand. You can bend the elbow if you need to. And then back up onto the knuckles. Do the same on the left side. And then come back up and keep going back and forth like this. And again, take it at your own pace. Now keep the fingers curled in the whole time. Don't release the fist. You can always bend the elbows to back off if you need to. And if you want to push more intensity, try to keep the arms as straight as you can. And just let the stretch move through the backs of the hands, the wrists, through the upper sides of the forearms. And then the next time you come to the back of the right hand, keep it down. And come to the back of the left hand as well and just press your hands together, still curled into fists. Straighten your arms as much as you can. Press your spine toward the ceiling. Just hold and keep the tension here. And then go take an inhale. And with the exhale, come up onto the fingertips. And then walk your hands forward. Come to your all fours with the palms down, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under your hips. And we'll take one more wrist stretch here. So go ahead and rotate your hands one at a time. Fingertips to the side and then in toward the knees as far as you can go. Now set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down into the mat. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Let the shoulder blades spread apart. And just keep that grip. Now this is good enough. You can stay here and just sway the shoulders side to side, but keep gripping. Now, if you can take it further, move this through some cow and cat breathing. So for that, just with an inhale, let your belly drop, pull your chest forward, gaze up high. And with the exhale, draw back in and round. And just keep moving back and forth like that. Your arms will stay straight. Keep your fingertips digging down the whole time. And just take it at a smooth pace here. Work the motion through your spine both directions as you're breathing. And then when you're ready, one more deep inhale for cow. And then one more complete exhale for cat. And then just bring it back into neutral in between. Now keep your fingertips pressing down. To take this a little bit further, tuck the toes of both feet and just hover your knees up off the mat. Hold here. And then if you can take it further, pulse your knees up and down on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your knees. And then come up onto the fingertips and down to sitting on your heels. Take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now I want to take this a little bit further. Bring this back into all fours. And we're going to use a few variations of dolphin here. We want to work this into the shoulders, obviously, but also into the hips and into the glutes a little bit as well. So when you're ready, bring yourself down from the hands and onto the forearms. Now you got two ways to do this. You can keep the forearms parallel with the palms down, or you can press your palms together. Either way, keep control of your arms and see that your elbows stay at shoulder width. Now tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees and bring your hips up high. See about walking the feet further and get your hips up as high as you can. Now, as you hold this, press your hands down. Feel the weight along the length of your forearms, not just the elbows. And maybe just stay here. Stay lifted from the shoulders, but you can just let your head hang if you like. Now, if you want to take this further, I'm going to cue this into dolphin push-ups. So for that, with an inhale, bring your chin as far forward as you can. And then press back up, hips high. Forward for 2. And then press it back. Forward for 3. Press this back again. Forward for 4. And then press back. Forward for 5. Press this back again. Forward for 6. And then press back. Now forward for 7. Press it back again. Forward for 8. And then press back. Now forward for 9. Press it back again and then forward for 10. Press back one more time. Bring your knees down. Then you can come up onto your hands for a moment here and breathe. Now, we got more to do with dolphin here, but I'm trying not to kill everybody, so we're taking little breaks in between, but not too long. So come back down to the forearms. And again, forearms parallel or lift the palms together. And either way, just keep the elbows at shoulder width. Now, when you're ready from here, tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees and bring your hips up high again. And maybe walk this further in. Now, to take this further into the hips and into the glutes from here, just keep your hands pressing down. And then with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. Now keep the right leg as straight as you can. Reach for the big toe, tense up the thigh, lock the knee. Lower your right hip so you feel the lift in the glutes on the right side. Now use that sensation of the glutes. We're going to pulse the right heel higher on my count. Bring it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now set your right foot down. And of course, we got to do the other side. Keep pressing your hands. Raise your left leg high. Reach for the big toe. Tense up the thigh. Lock the knee as much as you can. Lower your left hip and feel this in the glutes. Use that lift in the glutes to bring the heel up higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your left foot down. Bring your knees down. And come back up to all fours. And from all fours, just move around and breathe. All right, one more time, we're going to take it back to dolphin. So bring it back down onto the forearms. Again, you can have the forearms parallel or press the palms together. Just keep the elbows at shoulder width. This is the last one, I promise. So when you're ready for me, just press the hands down, tuck the toes of both feet, and then lift your knees, bring your hips up high, and see about walking this further in. Now keep your hands pressing down and just take it back and forth, moving your legs. Now dip your knees down to the floor. Just touch down lightly, and then press your hips up high. Bring your knees down again, and then press back up. Dip your knees down low. Press this back up again. Dip your knees down, and then lift back up. Now bring your knees down low. And then press your hips up high, hold here. And we'll work some compression and take this toward a baby crow. Now keep pressing your hands, keep your heels lifted, and then walk your feet forward, bend your knees, bring your thighs in to touch the sides of your rib cage. And as you bring everything close, you're trying to curl into a ball. Target the knees for your armpits. And if you can bring the knees in contact with your arms, look forward, lean forward, and see about lifting your feet, just barely balancing up off the floor. And then from wherever you are, just set everything down. Come back up to all fours. Now, once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment, move around here and breathe. Now, you can just stay here and breathe. You can rest. You can move around, maybe take another stretch. But when you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. When you move into your down dog, look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Now press your palms down flat, feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs, and then sink your chest down low to the floor. As your chest sinks down, press your hips up high toward the ceiling. Keep that long upward reach to the hips. Draw in through the belly and around the low ribs and lengthen your spine. Keep your hips reaching high. If your legs are tight, let that go. You can bend your knees. And you can stay loose as you like. Maybe just pedal out and let your hips move side to side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose and let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin and restack your spine. Just slowly roll this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway. Fingertips to the floor till your shins lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Wrist the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control. All the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Let's take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And now with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides. Pull the shoulders back. Keep your gaze forward. And work to lift this up even higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stand at the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active. Work to lift your knees up from the mat. Take it further. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Now lift up with the arms. Lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up high to down dog. Paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And move into your scorpion dog. Bend the right knee, hang your right foot left. So stack your hips as much as you can. Let your body twist. With the next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. Now tense up the thigh, lock the knee, reach for your big toe. Lower the right hip so you feel this in the glutes. Now just like before, we're going to pulse that heel up higher on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it forward. Knee to chest, shoulders or wrists. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow this time, stay forward. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the right foot down halfway down the mat, pull the left knee to your chest. Now curl that left leg in completely, pull the heel toward your seat. Stack your shoulders, wrists, keep the arms vertical, grip your mat, keep looking down. And just hop back and forth, switching positions here. So press into the right foot, come down on the left. Press into your left foot, land on the right. Press into the right foot, come down on the left. Press into your left foot, land on the right. Now press into the right foot, land on the left one more time. Left foot down, step the right foot forward between your hands. Slide the left foot back, low lunge. And we'll take it to a dancer's bridge. Left hand is your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Right foot steps behind your left leg, sink down. With an inhale, press your hips high. And keep your glutes squeezing. Reach out, right arm long. Let your head fall back and just breathe here. Now you can stack the shoulders like side plank or open up your chest further, more of a back bend. Keep pressing up and keep breathing with this. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, sink straight down. Right hand forward, right foot forward into your low lunge. And then take it lower. Left knee down, left foot flat behind. Now sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready with an inhale, open this up. Reach your arms up and back, gaze high. Now let your hips sink toward the front of the mat. And just feel that long arc on the left side from the left knee through to the shoulders. Keep breathing here, keep looking up. Now as you hold this shape, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring your hands behind your head, interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back, you're still looking up. Keep your chest open like this. And work this further with your right leg. So press into your right foot, lean this further back. And then bend deep into the right knee, sink down and forward. Press into your right foot, lean this further back. Bend deep into the right knee, sink down and forward. Press into your right foot, lean this further back, hold here. Keep your chest open and keep that left foot kicking down. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring your spine upright, look forward. And bring your hands to your low back. Now palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open like this. And then bring the weight to the right foot. Tuck the toes to the left. When you lift your left knee, come to a pyramid stance. Bring that left foot forward, one pace behind the right. And so it's about 3 feet front to back, but still hips with the distance side to side so the hips stay square. Both legs straight, left foot points to the side a little bit. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Now keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. And let's take it down toward halfway. So take an inhale. With the exhale, lead with your chest, shoulders back, gaze forward, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way back up. Exhale, hinge forward again and look forward just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, bring it forward one more time into halfway and hold. Right hip back, left hip forward, keep your gaze forward. You can always bend the right knee. Look for that stretch in the back of the right thigh, breathe into it. And take this with a twist. Now release your left hand, bring the left arm past the right thigh. Draw the right shoulder back and look over to the right. You're trying to bring your torso toward parallel with the floor, bring your spine toward parallel. Right shoulder back and keep the tension here, just keep breathing. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just turn to center. Hands to your low back again, both of them. Fingers wide, palms open, shoulders back, elbows wide. Bend the right knee. Lift your left heel, slide the left foot back and come to a full high lunge. Hips are still squared. Left hip forward, right hip back. Keep your shoulders open. And then when you're ready from here, now stay low and work this into balancing. So bring your weight forward to the right foot. And then left knee to right calf. Just hold here for a moment. And then lift up, left heel to right knee, hold here. Step it back long. And find that lunge. Again, stay low, weight to the right foot. Left knee to right calf, hold your balance here. Bring it up, left heel to right knee. And then step it long, find the lunge. Again, weight to the right foot. Left knee to right calf, stay here. Lift up, left heel to right knee, hold this. Step it long, find the lunge one more time. Stay low, weight to the right foot. Left knee to right calf, stay here. Lift up, left heel to right knee, hold this. Now this time, set your left foot down. That's your base, and bring yourself to standing with your right knee high. Now dig the left big toe down, slow your breathing down. When you're ready, hands to your hips, line the right knee up with the left. We'll take a dancer variation. Left hand reaches back, find the inside edge of the right foot. And then line up your knees. Now you can keep the right hand on your hip. This is good enough, but if you can take it further, reach back with the right hand, 2 hands to that foot. Now keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your gaze forward. Put a little bend on the left knee. We're going to hinge back and forth from here. So hinge from the left hip. Right knee lifts as your torso comes forward. Just take this to where you can control. And then lift back up the vertical. and bring your knees side to side by side. Again, pressing your hands. Lean against the tension of the kick. Bring your chest forward. Be sure that right knee lifts. Keep your gaze forward. And then back up the vertical and bring the knees back into line. Now, one more time. Take it as far forward as you can control. Keep the gaze forward, shoulders pulled back. Keep that left leg strong. Keep breathing here. And then take an inhale. With exhale, release both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. Now from your fold, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands, we'll take it to crow. Now, dig your fingertips down, press in your palms, lift your heels, bring the knees to touch your upper arms toward the elbow. Look forward and lean, try to keep your hips high. As you lean this forward, toes to touch, pull the heels toward your seat. And then moving toward that one-legged crow, start to shift your weight to the left. See about lifting the right knee, you can always set it back down. Maybe squeeze both legs over the left. And maybe extend that right leg up and back if you can take it further. Just take it to where you can. And then when you're ready, go ahead, step it back, fly it back, and take it through your vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, take a moment, paddle out. All right, let's bring all that to the other side. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high this time. And then bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, find your scorpion dog. Work to stack your hips as much as you can. Let your body twist. With the next inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. Now, straighten the leg as much as possible. Reach for the big toe, tense up the thigh, try to lock the knee, lower the hip and feel this in the glutes. Now keep that glute tension, pulse the heel up higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, take an inhale. Exhale, pull it in, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to left elbow. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow, stay forward. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the left foot down halfway down the mat, pull the right knee to your chest. And fold that right heel in close. Now press into your palms, straight arms, shoulders, wrists, dig your fingertips down. Keep the left heel lifted here to start. And let's take it back and forth. Press into your left foot, land on the right. Press into your right foot, come down on the left. Press into your left foot, land on the right. Press into the right foot, and come down on the left. Now press into your left foot, land on the right, one more time. Right foot on the floor, step the left foot down between your hands, and slide the right foot back, come into low lunge. From here to dancer's bridge, right hand will be your base. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot, left foot steps behind the right leg, sink your hips down. With an inhale, press the hips high, and reach for that left arm. Now maybe stack the shoulders, maybe open your chest further, but keep your glutes squeezing. Keep the right arm strong, and just let your head fall back and breathe here. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink this straight down. Left hand forward, left foot forward, back to your low lunge. And take it down lower. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready, open this up. With an inhale, reach the arms up and back, gaze high. Now let your hips sink low to the front. Find that long arc from the right knee through to the shoulders. And just keep reaching up and back, keep breathing here. Now as you hold this shape, take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring the hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back. You're still looking up. And work this further with your left leg. Press into your left foot, lean this further back. Bend deep into left knee, sink down and forward. Press into your left foot, lean this further back. Bend deep into the left knee, sink down and forward. Press into your left foot, lean this further back, hold here. Now keep your chest open, keep your right foot kicking down, keep breathing. And then with an inhale, just bring your spine upright, look forward. And bring your hands to your low back, palms open, fingers wide, shoulders pulled back, elbows wide. Keep your chest open. Shift the weight to your left foot, tuck the toes to the right. When you lift your right knee, find your pyramid stance, right foot one pace behind the left. So again, about 3 feet front to back, but still hips width distance side to side so the hips stay square. Left hip back, right hip forward. Now keep the right foot pointed to the side at least a little bit, and keep your chest open, shoulders pull back. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring yourself upright. Exhale one more time, bring it down toward halfway and hold. Left hip back, right hip forward, keep your gaze forward. Look for the stretch on the back of the left leg. You can bend the left knee if you need to, but breathe into that. And then take this with a twist. Release the right hand, bring the right arm past your left thigh to brace this. Draw your left shoulder back and look up toward the ceiling. And just keep that tension. You're trying to bring your spine toward parallel to the floor even as you're twisting, still with the left hip pulling back and still with the right hip pulling forward. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring this back upright. And again, both hands to your low back, elbows wide, shoulders pull back. Bend your left knee, lift your right heel, slide the right foot back, find your high lunge stance. Hips are still squared, right hip forward, left hip back, and then keep your chest open. Now stay low here. Shift your weight forward toward the left foot. Right knee to left calf, hold your balance like this. And then lift up right heel to left knee. And then step it back long, back to the lunge. Again like that, shift the weight to the left foot. Right heel to left, right knee to left calf, and then bring it up heel to knee. Step it back long, back to the lunge. Again, bring the weight to left foot. Right knee to left calf, hold here. Lift up, heel to knee. Step it back, find your lunge. One more time, weight to your left foot. Right knee to left calf, stay here. Bring it up, heel to knee. And then set your right foot down, that's going to be your base. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now dig down into the right big toe, hands to your hips, and let's take that dancer variation. Line the left knee up with the right. Now go ahead, reach your right hand back, find the inside edge of the left foot, and just kick into the hand, line up your knees. You can keep the left hand on your hip or reach back with that hand as well and take hold of the foot. Now either way, keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your gaze forward, put a little bend in the right knee, and let's hinge back and forth. So hinge from the right hip, bring your torso forward as your left knee lifts. You don't have to go super deep, but then hinge back up, keep your balance, and bring the knees back in line. Again, like that, hinge from the right hip, shoulders back, gaze forward the whole time, let your left knee lift, and then back up the vertical with your knees side by side. Now, one more time, just take it as deep as you're able. Bring your chest forward, lift the left knee behind, keep your gaze forward, keep that right leg strong, and keep breathing. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. Now from that fold, take an inhale, lift it halfway up. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down. Let's take it back to crow. Palms to the floor, dig your fingertips down. Lift your heels, knees to the upper arms. Look forward and lean. Keep your hips high. And as you come forward, lift the feet together, toes to touch, pull the heels toward your seat. Now to move toward that one-legged crow, shift your weight to the right. See about lifting your left knee. Maybe squeeze both legs to the right. And maybe extend that left leg up and back. Take it to where you can here. And then when you're ready, take it through another vinyasa. When you're moving to down dog, take a moment, just move around and breathe. All right, from here, let's take it to half pigeon. Inhale the right leg high behind you when you're ready. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Left knee down, left foot flat behind. Pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right. Sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, out of hip or toward the glutes. Now you can sit up tall. This might be good enough. You can go further if you want to take it toward the back bend. Or you can melt it down. You can take it to the elbows. You can melt down all the way. Just take it to where you need to right now. And just breathe with this. All right, now from wherever you are, walk your hands in close. And then pull your belly and we'll take another pose. So back the hips up over your left knee. We're going to take the legs into Gomukhasana. Slide that right foot over the left, bring the right knee into center. And pull the left knee in directly behind the right. So squeeze your legs to the tight, get the feet out wide. As your legs are squeezing, come down to sitting between your heels. And just give yourself a moment to adjust. Get both sit bones down to the floor. Now I want to take this into a twist with the legs like this, and this will take the twist a little bit deeper toward the hips and the pelvis. So set the right hand down outside the right hip, and then bring the left elbow down past the right thigh. Lean forward if you need to. Now use that left arm, press into the right leg, extend your spine long as you open to the right. Look back over your right shoulder. Now hold this here and keep your legs squeezing, keep your feet pressing down, and just breathe with this. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands over to the left side. Lightly open your chest to the left for a moment. And then go ahead, turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back and untangle the legs. Just cross at the ankles. Come forward your hands and step back to down dog. We'll take all that on the other side. So once you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. With the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle, somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull the right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. Now just sink your weight straight down and look for at least some of that stretch on the left side, out of the left hip or toward the glutes. And again, you can just sit this up tall. You can take it deeper toward the back bend. You can melt this down if you like. Take it to where you need to here. Now again from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And then pull your belly in, back your hips up over the right knee. This time slide the left foot over the right. And then bring the right knee forward, cross your legs and bring the feet out wide. As your legs squeeze together, bring yourself down to sitting between your heels. And take a moment, get both sit bones down. Now let's take the twist on this side. Left hand down outside your left hip. Bring the right elbow past your left thigh. And use that right arm. Open your chest to the left as much as you can. Look over your left shoulder. You can lean forward if you need to. Keep your legs squeezing together. Keep your feet pressing into the floor. And just breathe into this as you're twisting. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, release this. Bring both hands over to your right side. Lightly open your chest up to the right. And then go turn back to center. Hands behind. Lean back, untangle your legs. And come all the way down onto your back. Now once you're down, bring your knees into your chest. Squeeze everything in tight. Let's take it to happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. And then stack your ankles above your knees and pull down on both sides. Try to bring the knees down to the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time and keep the tension working both up and down. Work to flatten your spine so your tailbone down toward the floor. Now if you can take it further, you can rock this a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here. Draw it down as much as you can. With the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then just let yourself move bit by bit when you're ready. Fingers and toes. Arms and legs. Take a deep inhale. Reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything in. Bring the elbows to your chest. Pull the knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here. Stack your spine. And bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale. Hold on to it at the top. And then just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.